What is going on, everybody? It's Jew with another review of comic review. Obviously, I'm on the road to comic reviews. I haven't done anything else. First of all, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, follow, leave comment if you are into comic book reviews and movie, films, and fun stuff, games, whatever. And if you have any recommendations, let me know, and I'll try my best to get a hold of it so I can go ahead and read or play or whatever it is or watch, and I'll do a review on it. Akolyte. So I'm doing this review of Akolyte. Akolyte is a book from Konkret Comics. Konkret Comics is an indie group. Somebody recommended, said, hey, you should read some of theirs. I want to see you read some of theirs. And I looked them up. They had some legit books that have been out for quite a few years. So I made a mistake when I ordered this book because this is called Akolyte. I made a mistake when I ordered it because I ordered issue 2. So, so what had happened was I ordered 2 from Konkret. One was issue 1 of Observer. I'm going to read that later. I have not read this yet. And Akolyte. So, so what I did, and I felt some type of way. I wanted to goddamn put in the order and say, look, I'm going to go ahead and order the physical. But I saw they had the digital, so I just went ahead and ordered the digital copy. And this is issue 1. The digital copy is right here on the screen. Let's see, I can make it full. Yep, there we go. Issue copy is on the screen here. And I went ahead and read both. Issue 1, I read issue 2. And so what is this about? First of all, shout out to Konkret Comics. I'll give y'all a shout out and put y'all your stuff down below. Creator is Derek Lonzo Star Allen. Storyteller Lonzo Star Neem Parsons. Writer is Derek Lonzo Star Allen. This guy's involved with most of the stuff. So let's get into this. First, I'm just gonna we go back to the screen. I'm gonna show you what the art looks like, because the art is good. Look at this. Look at the art. So I'm gonna show you some of this because this book actually been out for quite a few years, so you got to deal with the spoiler if you're going to listen. Really, if you listen to most of my stuff, there's a lot of spoilers because I'm just basically breaking down what I'm reading. So, and that's what I'm going to do with this. So, we can start off with issue 1. Issue 1 is basically an intro. Who is this guy? Who is this Akolyte guy? That's what they're doing. They're just getting you into mode of who he is going to become, and he's up on some planet training with I want to call these guys his mentors, his superiors, he's their prodigy, whoever. But he's not he's not using his full potential of who he is, and they're trying to push that. One guy's name, I think he calls one, I want to say Dimitri, unless that's him. I can't remember exactly the name. I can look on the screen here, but I don't want to spend time reading while I'm trying to explain. And there's a guy named Abner. Abner is a big, giant, blue guy here, as you can see right here. Just get a quick look. Basically, what these dudes are doing, they're training him. They're training him to get him ready, and he has these unique powers that he's unaware of, and he's not using them. And they explain to him, basically, he has the DNA of Abner. Like, he shares the DNA. And they're basically saying, look, they need you on Earth. They need you to have these skills because there's something going to happen, and you need to be able to do it. So, basically, the first book, they're doing nothing but explaining what's going on, why this, why that, and training him and having him use his powers. They're fighting each other. Like, purposely, he's fighting with Abner, like, because Abner wants him to, so he can see if he knows what the hell he's doing. Getting to issue 2, he goes back to Earth and lives his regular life, basically, kinda, sorta, kinda. So he's a full-time music producer. He works in a studio, and he has an artist. He has probably more than one artist, but it just kind of shows you what one artist. It just shows you what one, and he's not really. He's just a regular guy. But then, something happens just so we can get a look at what he does. there was like a bank robbery, and here comes Akolyte coming to save the day, and he did exactly that. So it's using the skill powers, and then eventually somewhere in his book, the villains show up, which is they have superpowers as well, super villains. One of the name is Brimstone, Vortex, and Metalhead. They're part of a group called the Children of Chaos. I'm not sure why children. Maybe they'll get into that later. I'll read the other issues as well. And but to be honest, I'm going to be 100% honest. I was actually surprised with the dialogue and the storytelling. It was good. I was actually why was I surprised? I think a lot of indie artists try a little too hard. I think they push their own just sometimes they try too hard. Like especially people like that just put that's real small. They're not indie that's with Image or any or you know. But the story, it was very entertaining, and I say this is a very good book. So I'm probably gonna finish this series, and then if they want to jump into a volume 2 series at some point, I'll wait for it. It'll probably be a while because there's like it's a small group of guys that run. They have, I mean, everything looks legit. Everything. They have more than just the 2 books they got. They got like at least 5 or 6, maybe different comic series. But it's not the same guy. There's different dudes that write each one. So far from what I'm reading, based off 2 books, I'm going to give it an 8 because I was highly entertained. I was actually in tune, especially with issue 1, which is surprising because there wasn't like a lot going on as far as like the world of chaos. It was just them introducing him to us, showing us who he should be, who he's going to become, the powers and stuff like that. And it was pretty surprising. It was pretty surprising how in tune I was because of the storytelling. The storytelling is what pulled me in the most. And so I say it's an 8. Like, and I've gave a lot of 7s, 6.5, 6, 7s. I haven't gave anything a 9 or a 10 yet, but the reason, again, like I was saying in another video, my plan is to read. I'm gonna give you initial rating, reaction, review for like if I read issue 1 and 2. Then I'll come back after I read the whole volume, like whatever. If it's a 5 or 4 issue series, I'll come back and give you a final overall rating. But to start off at 8 is a pretty good score, and it could end at an 8.5, or it could end at a 9, or it could actually go down to a 7. It just hopefully everything just smooths out and smooth, and I'll definitely finish out this series. Shout out to Konkret Comics. If you're unfamiliar with them, go ahead and check them out. They got a series of issues of books. And the next one I'm going to read is issue 1 of Observer. I'm going to read that. And I'm not sure who wrote this. I think it's somebody else, not the same writer. So we're going to give that a shot. But this was actually pretty good. So hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you on the next one.